Welcome back to Team Versuz. We're back with another video. Listen, we know it's been a while. We know y'all been waiting. But we're officially back.
It's been a good little while. But today we got our top 5 fantasy sleepers for you guys. Because I know, it's hard to pick a good person every round. But it's good to get some good sleepers in the later rounds. Or in the beginning rounds. Because you never know what they can do.
So it's going to be my top 5 versus his top 5. So once y'all see how great my top 5 is, please let us know in the comments how much y'all like mine over his.
Yeah, that's cool. But I got me a championship, so. Ooh, you want a championship?
I want a championship too, my boy. Yeah. Exactly. So listen.
Well, Sean, if you're watching, you got to get a ring before you done talk to us.
So in my fantasy league, I am the reigning champion. So listen. Take my advice. I know what I'm doing. Okay?
It's a COVID season. It was an asterisk. That's all. He's denying the whole asterisk for the COVID season, but it's okay.
It's not an asterisk. I got my ring. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so my number 1 sleeper pick is Marquez Callaway, receiver from the New Orleans Saints. Now listen, y'all know that I'm probably the biggest Saints fan in the state of Georgia, right? But look, Marquez,
that's good.
Marquez is a legit number 1 receiver, right? And you have to realize, you'll be getting him in the 6th or 7th round, if he even gets drafted. Because you have to look at it like this. Michael Thomas is out. I know most of y'all didn't watch the Saints preseason games, but if you go back and watch those highlights, you will see some one-handed catches. You will see some diving touchdowns on double
What did he do last year?
He had no touchdowns. But this is a new year, listen. If you watch his tape, he's a legit, he's a player, okay? So honestly, if you already drafted, he's probably on your waivers. So please go get him. I'm telling you. From me to you, he's going to be it.
All right, my first sleeper is James Robinson, running back from the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you've been looking, Travis Etienne, he got hurt last week. So he's out for the whole season. They don't have no other running back besides Carlos Hyde. What is Carlos Hyde going to do? It's 2021, so I think my man James Robinson, with a rookie quarterback and a new offense, he's the only thing that's really consistent, or was consistent last year. So I probably would go with James Robinson, and you'll be able to get him in the late 2nd round, early 3rd round. He's going to be gone before the early 3rd round.
That's not a sleeper if it's 3rd round pick.
No, it is a sleeper, because realistically, he's probably going to be, he was a top 10 back last year. Had 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and those type of backs, you look at Jonathan Taylor, he's getting picked in the 1st round. He's not necessarily going to get a bigger workload than James Robinson, or did he necessarily do way better last year? So
he did pretty good.
Yeah, he did, but James Robinson was an undrafted free agent, a rookie, and he had 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns on the ground, and he had more receiving. So, I mean, for you to be able to get him in the late 2nd to the early 3rd round, that's really a steal in the early 3rd round, because his value in those rounds is pretty good, because he's going to be an every down back. So he's pretty much a 1st round pick in the 3rd round.
Yeah, okay. So number 2, we have the Bengals 1st round pick, Mr. LSU, Mr. Jamar Chase. Now I know what you're thinking. Saints, then LSU. I get it. But listen. Jamar Chase is it. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, it's it. I mean, he's had a very bad preseason. I'm not going to say a lie to y'all. Yeah. But when you put him on that field with Joe Burrow, they have that championship together. I think the chemistry right there is just going to be too perfect. They're going to be literally scheming for those two to work out perfectly, because if it don't work out, the whole organization looks dumb for getting Jamar Chase. So I think they're going to force feed him until it works. And him being the caliber player he is, he's it. So getting him in the late 6th round, maybe 7th round, that's an easy steal. People are sleeping on him. Get him. Trust me, get him.
Yeah. I can't even argue with that. I'm probably going to draft Jamar Chase in our draft, so I'm going to steal him before you get him. You better draft him early. So with my 2nd sleeper, I got Kyle Pitts, tight end for Atlanta. The reason for that is there's not that many good tight ends to me, and for you to be able to get him in the late 4th round, early 5th round, maybe in the mid 5th round, I think he's a good pick, because when you look at his value and how much Matt Ryan uses tight ends, he's probably going to get a large share of the yards in Atlanta. And Matt Ryan's going to throw for 4,000 yards easy.
Ooh, that might not happen.
He did that the past 11 seasons, so I don't see him regressing that far.
It's a new season.
Matt Ryan's getting 4,000 yards. And Kyle Pitts is probably going to get a third or more of that. So when you really look at that, that's looking like 1,000 yards, maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns. Maybe more than that. I mean, he's a red zone threat. So I see him getting around 800, 900 yards and 7, 8 touchdowns his rookie season. So I definitely would grab him in the 4th or 5th round if he's there. Don't sleep on Kyle Pitts because there's not that many good tight ends. He probably will be a top 5 tight end this year, and you're going to get him after Kittle, Waller, Kelsey, and all of those guys have been off the board in the first 2 rounds. So I would grab him.
Yeah. So for me, my number 3 pick is he's a quarterback. So I know it's hard for a quarterback to be a sleeper, but listen. Trey Lance, he's it. I think, you pair him up with that team over in San Francisco.
Is he going to start, though? Like, when is he going to get in?
Honestly, he'll get in probably the 3rd game.
He should. Garoppolo is not good.
Garoppolo is not good. You have to realize, this was a Super Bowl winning team like 3 years ago. 3-4 years ago. So they kept all their weapons, right? You look on that offense. George Kittle, I mean, he just throw that George Kittle, and that's easy yards. Yeah. So if you give him those type of weapons, and you see what he can do with his legs, I think he's gonna be unstoppable.
Why would you pick Trey over Justin Fields, though?
I just think he has better weapons. Like Justin Fields, don't get me wrong. I think Justin Fields is a better overall quarterback, but he doesn't have those same weapons as he does.
He got those legs and feet.
Okay, and so does Trey. So if you take the same player, Trey might have a tad bit more arm strength, maybe just a tad bit. You give that to him with the same legs, same feet, just a little bit slower, but better weapons, better O-line. I don't think you go wrong with him.
George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. That's what he got to work with.
Exactly.
He don't got no running back.
Raheem Mostert?
Okay. He got David Montgomery.
He has a running back.
He was in top 4 fantasy last year.
Okay, yeah, it's a new year.
I'm saying he got Allen Robinson. He got Darnell Mooney.
Mid.
No, he was 5. His quarterback. So you don't know how good these wide receivers are.
Listen, so what I'm saying is, and what I know is, he's going to go very late.
Trey Lance, you could get him in the last round almost, and that would be great value.
Get your quarterback, right? Go ahead, get your Patrick Mahomes or whoever you need. But please do not sleep on him. He is going to get you some points. He's going to
get him in the 11th round, man. You'd be good for that one, for real.
You might drop to the waivers. Listen, trust me.
Yeah. With my 3rd pick, I got Marvin Jones Jr. Most people wouldn't even draft him or think about him, but this is his first year in Jacksonville with a rookie quarterback. So I feel like Trevor Lawrence, he's going to look for experience while he's on the field. So opposed to him throwing to, who do they have? Chark. He's okay. They got Chark, Laviska Shenault. He's pretty good. I would draft him. He'll be pretty good. And then they got Marvin Jones. But Marvin Jones is the most solidified wide receiver on their team. I feel like he's going to be a blanket option for Trevor Lawrence. And I watched him during the preseason, and he made a lot of plays. He threw the ball to Marvin Jones a lot. So I feel like he'll be Trevor Lawrence's number 1 option. And you could get him in like the 7th or 8th round. So Marvin Jones is definitely great value. So I would definitely grab him.
What do you think the record is going to be?
The Jags?
I think they're going 1-16.
Man. Can you name who's on their defense?
No. They suck.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm going 3-13. No, 3-14. It's 17 games.
Sheesh, yeah. Listen. Jaguars
that could be good, though. Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good. So
he looked good until he played the Saints. And that's not me being a biased Saints fan. He looked good until he played us.
I ain't even watched that game.
He looked good until he played. I'm just let you know.
How did Marvin Jones look?
Mid. You gotta realize, though, we played our starters. And we were conference, division winning team. So, we kind of cheated, but it is what it is. But
just to do.
Time for number 4. Okay. So listen. Number 4. This guy, I kind of have some animosity towards him. He's a former Saint, of course, but it's Brandon Cooks. So listen.
Yeah, we both got the same number 4 pick. Yeah.
Yeah, so listen. Brandon Cooks, he's a dog. Listen, I can't lie to you. He's a dog. It's just, he just be taking them hits, man. Like, boy, he be getting hit. Like,
I mean, what? He's only like, 5'8", 160 pounds?
He be getting hit. But when he's avoiding hits, he is taking them down the sideline.
Yeah. Now, what I will say, he's had 5 1,000-yard seasons in the past 6 seasons. So, what you're getting with him in the very, very late rounds, he's probably going to go the same round as Jamar Chase. So, around like the 6th round, 7th round. What you're getting with him is like, honestly, just good value at those rounds. Now, he does not have a consistent quarterback because we don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And Tyrod Taylor starting. But there's no other wide receiver on that team, so you just have to think he's going to get a large amount of volume from whatever quarterback is throwing him the ball. So I would definitely grab him if he's there in the 6th or 7th round.
I mean, they just be closing their eyes, throwing the ball as far as they can, hoping that he gets it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad plan.
He's gotten 1,000 yards the past 5 or 6 seasons. And he had Jared Goff and Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Somebody else. No, maybe those two. Oh, last year he had Deshaun. So, I mean, he has some decent quarterbacks. Tyrod going to have to come through because I might draft Brandon Cooks. So.
All right, so, it's time for the final super pick, right? So, this man, I quite frankly don't like him. His whole career, he's been on teams that play my team twice a year. But I think for this year, he gives his team great value. And that is Mr. Mike Davis. Listen, so Atlanta has no running back. They have no O-line. So while they run the ball, it's going to be dumb. But hey, listen. He's a very solid back. So when they're double teaming Pitts and having somebody on Calvin Ridley, they're gonna have to. It's gonna be open in the middle. So if they can just block for him, he's going to get his yards. He's going to be very effective in the red zone and in the goal line. I don't put it past him being a top 10 touchdown scorer for running backs. Maybe top 5. He's going to get these carries in the red zone. So I don't think he's going to be putting up 1,000-yard rushing season by any means. But if you get him in these late rounds or even picking for waivers, he's going to get you touchdowns. You're going to get points from him on a weekly basis. So actually, bi-weekly basis. He's not going to do it every week. But he will get you these touchdowns. He'll probably have some 2-3 touchdown games. Yeah. He only has like 10 yards.
You'll probably be able to get him in like the 5th or 6th round. So for a starting running back, if you're able to draft somebody in the 5th or 6th round, that's good value. It's just good value. He's a starting running back, and the only person he has to worry about is Wayne Gallman.
So he's starting. He's gonna get those carries.
Yeah, nobody's touching his carries. So my 5th player, my 5th sleeper is Gerald Everett, tight end. He was for the Rams. Now he's on the Seahawks, but I really like how it looks. Because Gerald, he's not necessarily in my eyes, he's not a tight end. He's more so like a wide receiver. It's kind of a big wide receiver.
So we call big wide receivers tight ends. So he's a tight end.
Yeah, but he doesn't block or nothing. He doesn't do nothing tight ends do except for catch the ball. So I would go with Gerald Everett just because if you really look at Russell Wilson over the past like 4 or 5 years,
he loves tight ends.
He loves tight ends. Like if you really look at it, every tight end that's went there, Jimmy Graham went off there. He did what he had to do. Yeah. Then you had Jacob Hollister, Will Disley. It's all of these tight ends you don't know at all. Then they play for Russell Wilson and they blow up. Yeah. 100 yards, 3 touchdowns, all types of stuff. So I saw something, it was like Russell throws to his tight ends 25% of the time, I think.
In the red zone, yeah.
In the red zone, so 25, yeah.
You get touchdowns.
Touchdowns, easy. And I highly doubt anybody's drafting Gerald Everett before the 12th round is over. So really, you can pick him up on the waiver wire, but he is a definite sleeper in my eyes because I feel like he'll get a large volume of the targets in Seattle.
Yeah, so obviously a great pick. So personally, I think I had the better top 5. I'm pretty sure he would think he has a better top 5.
Well, we might as well just live stream our whole draft and just see who picks who. Because I personally think I'm going to have the best draft out of everybody. I mean, I know I'm going to win this year.
He's not going to win. I'm going back to back. It's inevitable.
What do you want to bet?
Listen, we can handle this later, but I'll probably bet.
Y'all saw that shake. We're betting something. No, you're going to have to get a Falcons jersey. If I win fantasy this year, you got to get a Falcons jersey.
He's not going to win, so it's really no point even having this conversation.
Matt Ryan, the Falcons jersey.
Okay, and when I win the fantasy this year, you have to get an autographed Drew Brees jersey, and you have to wear it.
Okay.
And you have to post a picture on Instagram wearing it.
And yeah, I will. He's retired. It's a throwback. Y'all quarterback old.
Y'all's getting up there. But hey, listen. Please let us know who had the better top 5. Okay. Either Team Austin or Isaiah.
Nah, I can't get a team or something. It's just Isaiah. You got teams there. I mean, I know everybody's gonna vote for me, but it's alright. I mean, we're gonna see at the end of the year whose team's better. But
so let us know in the comments whose was better. Let us know who your sleepers are, and please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.